Hello everyone, it's Melissa Arthur from Illuminate Guidance and I'm coming to you live from my living room today. I wanted to hop on and share an excerpt from one of the favorite books that I'm reading right now, Wild Love by Gill Edwards. The women in my family read all the time. If you go into my grandmother's house, my mother's house, my house, you'll find stacks of books in every room this tall, and they're never dusty books. I mean, they're different books every time because we live in the world of books. We love to learn and be inspired and share that learning and inspiration, share those books with each other. And so I'm so happy to hop on and share a little bit of that inspiration with you today. This book was recommended to me by my Reiki teacher, Christy Marsh. Hi, Christy. And if I wrote a book, it would be this book. You know, everything I've been studying and learning and applying to my life and readjusting over the last 15 years. She sums it up brilliantly and so much more eloquently than I ever could. So I thought I'd just share some of her words in her own words. So here we go. Oh, I even have a little picture of my grandmother. She gave me this bookmark to make sure I never forget about her when I'm reading. So it works. All right, so in this book, Gill Edwards in this section is talking about Joseph Campbell's hero's journey. The hero's journey is something that he identified in myths and folklore worldwide. It's kind of a formula for human awakening and development that is universal. How we hear the call to wake up, how we ignore it, how we hear it again, when we wake up, what we do, how we triumph, and then how we bring that learning back to our tribe. And so you can learn more about Joseph Campbell if that's something that interests you. But I'm just going to read a little bit about what she has to say about how we hear that call. Few of us will have as much impact as the Mahatma Gandhis, Nelson Mandelas, or Rosa Parks of the world. But we can and do make a difference. Every time someone reaches out with love, it makes the world more loving. Every time someone makes peace with a friend or colleague or neighbor, it makes the world more peaceful. Every time someone follows their heart instead of merely doing what is expected, it makes the world more heart-centered and courageous. We can all make ripples, each in our own way. The ripples go out and the world subtly changes like a kaleidoscope, shifting into a new pattern. Every day we have countless opportunities to expand our consciousness, to choose love rather than fear, joy rather than duty, freedom rather than imprisonment, reaching out rather than holding back. We can wake up or carry on slumbering. The hero's journey is an opportunity to find a new sense of freedom and joy, to become more of who we truly are. It is a call towards spiritual adulthood. It is the call to become more fully alive. Our deep self calls us to let go of our old security blankets and learn to have faith and courage, to be passionate, to open our hearts, to be honest and vulnerable, to be bold and visionary, to live more expansively, to love more wildly. Then we may step into a bigger self, which has been waiting in the wings. The hero's journey is nothing new. It has been recognized as the central human drama for thousands of years. But what is new is the current frequency and intensity of these calls in the lives of ordinary people. Until recently, people could fall asleep for years, even decades, in a lonely marriage, a boring job, an unchanging routine, and deep reality might give them an occasional dig in the ribs, but nothing more. As we move deeper into the 21st century, everything is accelerating. On a global scale, we are awakening. So what is it we're waking up to? Connectedness to each other, connectedness to nature, connectedness to the invisible realms, connectedness to our own self, and to unconditional love. Remembering our dreams and visions, remembering why we came here, remembering who we are, and remembering that we are all one. Awareness. Awareness of the wonder of life so that we no longer sleepwalk through the ordinary miracle of our everyday lives. Awareness of freedom and joy, beauty and gratitude. Awareness of mystery and magic. Awareness of our vast human potential. Awareness of which we can catch only occasional glimpses. Awareness of the truth about who we are, how we feel, and what we genuinely want, and what we have come to give. The world might seem to be in chaos, but chaos is a necessary precursor to change. If we are clearing our clutter, we have to empty all the drawers and shelves, dust the cobwebby corners, poke around in the cupboards, and face the dark cellar. And it might get messy for a while, but in order to move on, we have to look honestly at what we are experiencing and decide whether that is what we want to create in our world or whether we need to make fresh choices. So in every moment of every day, we can choose our experience. So in small ways, we can change our lives, and in big ways, certain times in our lives, we are called into transition and sometimes chaos to step into the life we were truly, truly meant to live. So if you're finding yourself in the midst of transition or feeling ready for a big transition or just wanting to experience something different in your daily life and get some clarity around what that is, I can be a resource for you. So I'll drop my breakthrough call link in the chat here and welcome you to book a free call with me if that's something that you'd like to explore. And I hope you've enjoyed our little story time. Have a beautiful day.